What is up, guys? It's been a while since I've done a full-on game review, and I'm still not doing it. And I don't know if I would call this full-on, but today we're taking a look at Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Nintendo Switch. This game came out October 25th of this year, which is 2024. And honestly, I'm not the biggest Sonic fan. Like, I definitely played Sonic games when I was younger, the 2D ones, but also the 3D ones. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was one of my favorite games that I played on the GameCube. It was actually one of my original games. Yeah, ever since that, I was a in and out Sonic fan. I wasn't too crazy with it. I watched the cartoon here and there, I think Sonic XD, but a league of their own. I won't say I'm a stan like they are. But when this game came out, I was actually pretty interested because I never played Sonic Generations. Because this is coming to Switch, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to pick it up and see what it's about. Now, I got the hard copy and I wasn't originally gonna get this day one. I think I got it maybe a week after it came out. I had a $10 Best Buy credit, so I went to Best Buy, saw this there, and it was the day one edition, as you can see here. Actually, I'll just show you a short of me unboxing it. But it's the day one edition, and it came with a manual, which is dope. So it has like Gerald Robotnik's journal, and you know I just read the crap out of that, right? It also came with a Sonic Adventure Legacy skin, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and take that code. Just kidding, I already used it. Good try. There's also more DLC confirmed. There's like this pre-Shadow skin. It might be out now, I'm not too sure. And it also came with a reversible cover. So this is the inside of the cover that I went ahead and flipped outside. Sorry for the reflection, but it's cool, Sonic and Shadow. And then the back is just some artwork of the gameplay. And the game is really, really fun. If you haven't played Sonic Generations, it's essentially Sonic through the generations. No, but you play Sonic and you play through different levels throughout his different games. You have 3D, you have 2D, you have 2.5D. I don't know if we're still doing that thing. But that original game was a really nice way to kind of recap all the Sonic games for a fan who, well, for a fan, but also for someone who hasn't really gotten into Sonic. I got this game more so because of Shadow, because the Shadow DLC is essentially its own separate game. But funnily enough, I've actually spent more time playing the Sonic portion, and I've had a lot of fun with that too. Maybe because the maps that you play on are a little more nostalgic to me, but really good. So as mentioned, you have two characters to play as. You have Sonic and Shadow, and then for Sonic, you have the 3D model and the 2D model Sonic, and you have these hub worlds. The Sonic one is more 2D. The Shadow hub world is 3D. So you go around the hub world, you can do side missions, collect collectibles, and then you go into missions that way. And the hub world, you would think it feels grindy, but actually it doesn't. It's not too much thrown at you. You know what to do, you know where to go. And the missions you do, of course you have the level rankings of how well you do. There's also in-game collectibles where if you do it, you get different concept art or whatever have you. I don't do all of that, but having the two things is really dope. I guess I'll talk about the game first, and then I'll go into why I chose the Switch version and also my thoughts on it. So the game is, like I said before, it's fun. It is something to kind of just throw your time into. Playing missions, replaying missions, playing side quests, going back and forth, doing different things. So in that case, it's fun. It keeps things interesting because it seems like each side quest that you do, each mini level, let's call it, asks for something different, an objective. I keep on looking at the monitor when I should be looking at the camera, but it asks you for objectives to do, but it doesn't ask you to do the same objective in the same map. Doing one in one map and then doing another map, and also they kind of modify the map slightly, so it keeps you engaged. The gameplay loop is really fun. It's just a good time. There's a few things that I am not a fan of, and I'm not sure if it's tied to the Switch or if it's tied to the game itself, but it feels like sometimes the analog stick, if you have momentum as either Sonic or Shadow and you correct your stick slightly, that momentum just dies. Like they just start walking diagonally in that direction instead of kind of just swooping in that direction. I don't know if it's meant to be like that. If it is, kind of sucks. If it isn't, sucks. But yeah, that's just one little gripe. I guess we'll go ahead and while we're talking about the gameplay, we'll loop into the Switch. And the Switch version differs from the other versions in terms of the resolution and the frame rate that it runs at. Now, frame rate is usually tied to how well you see something in terms of its speed, right? If you see something at 60 FPS, you have quicker reaction time. There's 60 frames per second. Whereas if you see something at 144, it gives you better response time. I would normally say Switch games don't require high FPS, but it's kind kind of weird to say a Sonic game doesn't require it, because Sonic's whole thing is gotta go fast, and you do go fast in this game. And you do notice that the frame rate is slower than other consoles and PC. So both the campaigns run at a stable 30 FPS from what I can see. Sonic Generations, the Sonic portion of it, is 1080p docked and 720p handheld. When it gets to Shadow, it's a little different because it doesn't really lock to resolution. It kind of just adapts to the gameplay to suit performance. And I haven't tested that. I'm sure Digital Foundry may have, or someone else may have, but this is just stuff that I've read and I have noticed it. And I'm also holding my phone up here because I took notes. I will say that after playing more high demanding games on handheld things like the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme, I do notice where the Switch lacks. And the Switch does a really good job at making first-party Switch games look good. This isn't first party, and it's kind of obvious because it doesn't look the best, but it doesn't look bad. It just looks a little chalky at times. The gameplay I'm showing is captured from the actual Switch. Like I hit the capture button and then I exported it. So that's captured at 720p. So that's gonna look like poop regardless, right? I was a little too lazy to dock the Switch and do a capture card, but I'm sure that'll look a lot better. I've actually never played this game in docked mode, so keep that in mind, that running at 1080 will look better. But also, I do play on the OLED Switch, and that screen does this game justice as well. So I do have some camera footage, 1080p, 60 FPS, not that any of those matter because it doesn't run at that resolution or frame rate, but you can tell that it looks a little bit better than the screen capture that I show. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. Like, if I could go back and buy this game on a console, would I? I don't think so. And I got this game when it was like, just came out. It was $60. I had the $10 credit. I was like, oh wow, your boy's getting a discount for 50. You look now and it's like 30. So could I have waited? Yeah, but I had $10 credit that was gonna expire and I didn't want to buy anything else because I didn't really want anything else. I wanted that game, so I got it. Whatever. Money all right spent. I won't say well spent. Would I go back and buy it for a different console? No, because of the portability aspect. Now, would I buy it on Steam? Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, that's the obvious decision. The ROG Ally is a lot thicker and bigger than the Switch. This is actually like an inverse. That's pretty cool. It performs way better. It actually runs it in not dog poop mode. If I were to go back, I'd definitely buy it on that, but I'm too hard-headed and I bought on the Switch and I have progress on the Switch. So your boy's gonna finish it on the Switch. Tell me I can't. I'm waiting. But overall, it is playable. The game is 100% playable. It just depends on what your preference is and what you're used to. I'm used to higher frames. I'm used to better resolution, but that's also because I haven't played the Switch much lately. If you're wondering, hey, should I pick up Sonic? If you have a Switch and only a Switch, pick up Sonic. It's still fun, it's great, and I haven't gotten too far into the Shadow DLC, but it is a really good story. Like, as you can tell, Sonic 3 just came out. I went to the theater and I saw it the first day. I saw like the premiere. It was really good. And it kind of made me hype to play this game again because I never finished it and I probably won't for a while. But I was like, you know what? Let me just make that video. So here I am doing that. Good on me. Also, Sonic fans are, I'll just say they're dedicated. And when they show up to a theater, they show that dedication. Respect. But yeah, guys, that was a very quick little spiel, I'll say, on Sonic X Generations on the Switch. Overall, I think it's 100% playable. If you want a way to play this game portably and you don't have a Steam Deck or an ROG Ally, this is the way to go. If you do have those, I do recommend you play the PC version instead, just because you have more customization in terms of performance and resolution. If those stuff doesn't matter to you and you find a really, really good deal on the Switch, still good, but this game is already on sale, like I mentioned, and if you can pick it up, try it out. I'm pretty sure it might even go on sale because this movie is out. So good time to pick it up. I know I wasn't very technical. There's a lot of other videos on YouTube that are more technical when it comes to games, performance. I like to just speak my opinion. And when I look at other videos, I look for other people's opinion because I want their honest input. I don't want, oh, it's good and this and this and this. No, I mean, like, there's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And this game is all right on the Switch. Overall, good game though. So if you liked the video, drop a like. If you want to see more videos in the future, consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.